Hello, friends. We're glad that you are here. Hola, this is Maestra Sophia, and today I wanted to take us on a talking, walking collage. So here's some materials we're going to need. Remember, we're going to need to have that big open space. So I know usually sometimes we can do it in our room or a little spot in the backyard, but maybe we can explore a little bit farther and maybe have our adults take us either on a walk around the neighborhood, of course, with our masks or our face coverings if we're going to be around other people that aren't in our family. Or we can maybe go on a little jaunt around our yard or around our house to find some of these fun things and do our talking, walking collage. So first things first, I need my water bottle, of course, and maybe I'll take a little drink right now before we get going so that I get my body all prepped and ready for a nice little walk. If I need to do any stretches, I can always pause, do some of my star pose, maybe some of my tree pose to get my body nice and limber, feeling good. I'm also going to want to take with us a bag because as we're walking, we are going to be collecting items that we find in our environment. Because guess what? There's so many fun things that we walk past every day and don't realize, whoa, that's nature, and we can make some fun art with that. Now remember, if you're walking around in the city, make sure that when you're with your adult, before you pick up anything, ask an adult. Say it with me. Ask an adult. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Ask an adult. Because it's very important that we don't pick up something that is maybe going to hurt us or is icky. So I'm making sure to use my eyes, and I'm going to reference you guys and see if it's an okay thing to pick up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my bag and I'm going to take you guys with, and we're going to go on a little walk around the yard. And check out what we see, because the most important part about this activity is that we're using our words and we're asking each other, what do you think that we're going to find out here in nature? What kind of animals do you think we're going to see? Oh, maybe some squirrels? Maybe we'll find some bugs? We'll have to see. So it's important we're using our words and asking those lots of questions to use our vocabulary, right? And we're also using our scientific brain when we're asking those questions, saying, what do you think we're going to find? So I'm going to listen really quietly and see if we can see anything. And what might I want to pick up in my bag? Oh, what do we see here? Maybe some rocks and some sticks. All right. For me, I'm going to pick up some cedar tree branch. And I find some listen, escuchar. Do you guys hear that? So those are squirrels. That noise is a squirrel. And I'm actually going to pick up some pine cones, because what the squirrels like to do at my house, and you might notice if you listen really hard in the morning, they like to throw down the pine cones on the top of my roof or in the backyard, because when they throw down the pine cones, they try to break open these pine cones and get to the seeds inside. You kind of see they'll try to break through and get those seeds to eat and collect for winter. So I'm going to put those pine cones in. And you know what? I also see some of these guys are also little seedlings from a tree. So I'm going to put some of those in. And there's going to be different things in everyone's yard, because guess what? We live in different places. But that's what makes it so special, is you get to explore what's around you. Okay, so let's keep looking. I'm going to keep checking out what's in my environment. Oh, I see a plant, but I don't want to pick from any plants because I don't want to hurt my plant. Maybe we'll look up, see if we can see a squirrel at all. Where do you think that squirrel is living up in the tree? Why do you think he's making or she's making that noise? Do you think if we listen hard enough, we might be able to hear some birds? Maybe. Ooh, Teacher Sophia sees in her yard too. She sees some Oregon grape. That's some Oregon grape. Now, this is a berry that is very bitter, so I don't want to eat it. And I also see, oh, look, there's some that made it to the ground. So maybe I'll pick up a few berries and put them in my bag. I don't want to smush them because they might get a little bit juicy on my finger, and I want to use them for an art project. All right, so I'm going to collect those in my bag, picking them off of the ground, off of our floor. I'm going to walk around. Oh, I see some more plants in my yard. And it's so nice. I can feel my body getting all that good energy from walking around, getting up. Ooh, look at that. I see this looks like an Oregon grape that's starting to decompose. So instead of being like this beautiful green color, it's now fallen off and it's decomposing. All right, so I'm going to put that in my bag. Collection. Ooh, we've got some usnea. I know we had sent those home before for our nest making. I'll put that in. Ooh. And I also see a little bit of a Doug fir branch. Oh, I'm going to put that in there too. And look at that. I didn't even have to pluck any of that stuff. So I'm going on a walk. I'm making sure I'm talking. Man, I'm taking big steps. Big steps. Maybe now I want to take small steps. We're using our words. And I'm noticing things in my environment. I see plants. I see rocks in a line. Oh, we can even count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I just counted 10 rocks. Look at that. Oh, maybe I'll go around the front of my house now. Take a look at my house. See if I find any other cool things. Ooh, you know what I see? I see numbers in my environment. Do you guys see those numbers? Let me see if I can get them. 2, 1, 1. And what's that letter? N for north. So I'm finding numbers in my environment. Those are my house numbers. How cool is that? And I can maybe find words in my environment too to practice my vocabulary too. Like today is our special recycling day. And look, I see some numbers too and letters. Oh my goodness, so I can practice R 0 0 7 0 9 2. And what's that number? 1. Uno. Good job. Oh my goodness. And look, it's even got words on it. I can W W or K C. I can practice with sounding out my letters and seeing my letters. How awesome is that? Or even when I take a look over at my car, right? Because I've got words and letters and numbers on my car too. Oh my goodness, that we can practice with and see. What letter's that? M or an N. Oh my goodness. And I see another letter. G. What's that one? G. It's a G. So I'm doing lots of practicing. I'm having fun. I'm getting my body moving, using my vocabulary. And guess what? Now I think it's time for me to make a little art project. So I'm going to go back to my little art table that I set up in my backyard here. Now we've taken a nice walk. And remember, we can always do this walk around our neighborhood too, because it's still good to get outside. And remember, I even went to the front of my house, and in case I saw anyone, I wanted to stay safe and wear my mask. So here's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to get my little art table set up here. I've got my natural supplies. I'll put them out on the table here in front of me. pour them all out. And you can either use tape or glue, but today I'm going to use some tape. And I want to make a smiley face. And remember, with your tape, 2 hands. So 1 hand on the circle, and I want you to take the other hand and you pull back while you're holding this hand down on the circle. I'm going to let it sit. And then I'm going to pull down and to the side. Pull out, down, and to the side. Perfect. So I'm going to tape on some of my natural items. And you can make whatever you like. But today, I wanted to make a face. Maybe a little silly face. So I can write down on here what it is I have